is about 16 hours to fly to Philippines.
He supported all the
Why?
gangs in Africa. And
والموزمبيق حتى
Mozambique.
Revolution movement.
Mozambique.
We are,
Why? What is the
and
interest
good-
of Libyans? So he was working for
most
hidden
of the guns,
hidden agenda,
most of the
international
weapons in
hidden
Africa.
agenda.
and Nicaragua also.
Nicaragua.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everywhere the world has the.
He put one time I had one of my cousins. He used to operate on the the plane you have, the biggest one, Harrier. Is it Harrier?
The biggest plane?
Yeah, military plane.
Yeah, I forget what you call them. Where I'm from, there
شو
was.
اسمها الطيارة الأمريكية الكبيرة متاع النقل؟
C-130.
C-130.
Okay, you're right.
Yes.
You're right.
But it is in Libya. It is a Russian plane. It's called شو اسمها؟
Yushin.
Yushin. He put
The big airline.
he put extra tanks, and then they took a lot of money and they drop it in the Amazon forests to support. Yes, Amazon forest.
What do you mean? Just dumped money?
Brazil.
Yeah, dropped money for the what they call them freedom revolutionaries in South America,
Freedom fighters.
freedom fighters or whatever. It's a bullshit.
Just in Nicaragua?
Yeah,
or-
weapon, money. Yes.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Do you think there's anything personal about? Sorry, one second. Personal about Gaddafi that might explain why he acted the way he did. For example, a lot of people talk about Napoleon, the way why he.
No,
wanted
he's a homosexual.
Gaddafi?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a video of one of his guards.
Yes.
She talked about.
He does it with men,
She
man
talked
to man.
about
Man to man.
There's one of
he's
his,
he's abusing men and he's passive as
one
well.
of his old guards. She has a video on the internet. If you, I don't know if this got translated or not, but she told lots of stories how he raped women and men, you know, and
in Bab el-Azzi, huh?
and what he was doing, you know, if he raped a woman, he asked one of the officers to marry her. To marry her.
Marry her?
Yeah,
Yes.
marry her.
After he rapes women,
Yeah.
he guaranteed
30
that she
video.
will get a man from
There's
the bodyguards of him.
There's a 30 minutes video, and she told.
Who is she again? She's
She's a bodyguard.
Iman.
She's
Iman.
a bodyguard?
A bodyguard.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he had many female
Yes, bodyguard.
but-
You can get this video on the YouTube. It's 37
You
minutes.
can,
She
if you
revealed
give me-
everything.
If you give me your email, I will see if someone can translate it.
I have friends that can
because-
translate it.
Yeah,
I had to send them something yesterday.
because this video is very interesting because it tells about the internal life, you know, the secret life of Muammar Gaddafi.
Muammar Gaddafi, he came from a Jewish family with from Italian father and the Jewish woman, and the Italian, he's a Jewish too. They left him here, and he was adopted
She
by Bedouin family. Yes.
Okay.
So you can read that.
Yeah.
So
the Benz dot work. Okay.
Walker. Yeah, sorry, I was still using a shorthand when I was
Yeah,
writing
okay.
that. You know shorthand? When you take notes,
Yeah,
it's just
Yeah.
only I can read. Yeah. So I tried to switch back to readable. So he came from a Jewish family and in search.
Yes, a Jewish family. Yes. And there is a lot of evidence. And Channel 2 of Israel, they put this on television. You can see this video on the YouTube. Just write.
Some years ago,
Just
he
put
went
Gaddafi's Jewish origin. The video, the video, you will get.
A few years ago, when he went to Italy, he met some Jewish families, and they welcome him. You know, and
They consider him as the son,
some very old women and men. They would come him and hug him, and they were crying. They were happy to see him. You know, imagine there must be relationship.
We have Jewish families in Libya, and they were our neighborhoods, and the relation was okay. There is no problem. Actually, when you come to Libyan understandings, we have nothing against those families.
Yes.
But later, when Gaddafi came to power, he made these differences. He kicked about 36,000 Jews from Libya to Israel. Yes, but this is long history.
What else do people know about his parents, other than from cert Jewish? Like how they raised him? Did they? I don't know. Did they beat him?
He has no uncles.
He used this tribe. He used this Gaddafi tribe, and then lately, 1 month ago, one big figure from Gaddafi tribe, he came on television. He said, "If Muammar Gaddafi is from our tribe, I will cut my hand from here." هذا هو السيد قدام في الدم لما طلع قال لهم لو هو بدات فنقطع يدي.
Sorry, so you're a writer for the newspaper?
No, he's manager of the hotel.
You manager the hotel, managing editor of the paper.
I'm
you're
a computer engineer.
Computer engineer.
I've been supporting the revolution since February. My name is Abdul Muttalib Idrougi.
Can you spell your last name, please?
EDROUGI.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Idrougi.
Idrougi. Sorry, it's difficult for me. So you said you're a computer
engineer.
Okay. So you design the layouts. Like a graphic
designer? No, I'm a computer engineer. I was in Tunisia supporting through the internet.
Okay, but you just on the side you write stories, but for the paper, I mean.
No,
do you help the
paper? This is the first issue.
This is the first issue. Usama he's collecting the materials and he's managing editor and everything.
Usama, where did you get the articles and the information, the photos?
الوثائق والصور.
قصدي المواد اللي في الصحيفة هذه يعني كيف جمعتها؟
From
different sources in the city.
He has some writers and he collects the videos.
He collects the stories from the people.
You said videos?
Yeah, we have some. You have some. عندك فيديوهات ولا؟ تقدر تحصل فيديوهات. He can get some.
But is there a website?
No, we will make I will make a website for them. We will make a website.
I can show you the people who died in the container.
I will send you the. Once we make a website, I will send you.
Yeah, please.
And we will try to make an English version, maybe not.
Over time.
Yeah, over time. And yeah.
Those are the people who they tortured them in the container. You can.
I've seen.
You have seen it, huh?
I've seen. Yeah, okay. I've seen this. What was I gonna ask? Does this come out once a week, once a month?
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. Okay.
Yes.
Every 2 weeks.
The plan now is every 2 weeks, but after they will build their association, it will be weekly. And then daily, inshallah.
Inshallah. Yeah. And when do you think you will start charging money for this paper?
تعتقد انه ممكن تبدا بالفلوس؟
لا ما نظنش بالفلوس لكن ممكن الاعلانات يكون عائد يعني.
Maybe the advertisement will be the.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are there advertisements in this issue?
No, not yet. It's the first issue, so they're not thinking about getting money back, and they are volunteers now.
What kind of advertisers? What kind of advertisers in Libya? Just for products and
private sector.
Yeah.
Just I was wondering if there's anything
private
specific.
sectors who have activities in.
For the time being, I don't think there will be advertisements,
Yeah, of course.
Local newspaper was prohibited. You have only 3 newspapers run by Gaddafi's
and controlled by him.
And that's it. We use it. We don't read it. We use it when we eat. When we eat, we can put it and put
he
our
has
foods
to know what you're going to, what you're going to, every issue he has to read it first, and he must know what they are going to broadcast on the media. If they do something wrong, he will get so mad. Once they broadcasted something he doesn't like on the TV, what he did, he put an image of two shoes,
On the
pair of
television.
shoes on the TV, and then once you open the TV, you will see only two pair of shoes on front of them, and he kept it for several days. I think.
I will give you an example
Crazy.
of how the security was tight in Libya. This is the owner of the hotel, okay? Actually, it's for his father, and this is the manager of hotel, okay? Everyone comes to this hotel, okay? You as a foreigner or as even a Libyan, they have the security man has to come every day here to collect the information. Who is in the hotel? What's his name? What is he work? Okay? Every day.
Understand?
Yes. So in Libya, we did not have any privacy of any aspect of life in the past.
Every family has a file in the
And every family
security.
has a file in the internal security. Yes, yes.
They know your
You know what?
cousins,
If
they
they
know
knock,
your relatives,
if they
know.
knock my door, my door, okay, and they ask me to bring out my son, and they take him, I cannot open my mouth. I give my son.
If you have a
and shut
relative living abroad, you are a traitor. You will be considered a traitor.
Yeah.
You will not go out. You will not travel outside.
Your name will be
you
in
will
the
not, get
borders
this
and
special
the airport.
licenses.
There are some people missing for 30 years. Nobody knows about them. And you cannot speak or ask about them. Like what happened in Abu Slim. In Abu Slim, families of the victims, they visit them every Friday and they bring them food and new clothes, and they are dead. They are dead since 1996. They were all executed in 1996 in 1 hour, in less than 1 hour. They killed 1,200. The cemetery will be open maybe 2 days in 2 days from now.
And what did you say this was called? It's in Tripoli.
Yes, Abu Salim.
Abu Salim.
This is the
It's a famous massacre.
It's well-known massacre.
No one.
1,272 young men killed.
They found the grave.
They found the grave now, and they are preparing to excavate them out. So, the family, in the past, since 1996 up to last year, they visit them almost every Friday, but they cannot see them, they cannot meet them. And the guards of this prison, they take the food, they take the clothes. I said, okay, they are okay there, but they are dead since 1996. And this is the ignition of this revolution from Benghazi, because most of the victims are from Benghazi. So this is one thing that is you can feel and see how the regime was so oppressive.
How do you feel in Misrata? 2 days ago, I went to a cemetery for Gaddafi forces.
Yes.
But it wasn't a mass grave. They all had they all had headstones. They all had coffins, and it was a cemetery next to the sea. It was very beautiful.
Yes.
And so the whole time I was there, I was sure that my information was wrong and that this was for opposition fighters.
We respect actually all Gaddafi's forces, even who are now in prisons. They are dealing with them according to the international, international
regulations.
Values. Okay. Gaddafi, when he loses his military, he leaves them in the front. He leaves them in the front. Misrata showed the real face to Gaddafi. You know what he was doing to his soldiers when he's inside the tank? He ties the soldiers so they don't leave. Yes.
It's like
and young people. We feel sorry for those because they are our brothers and our sons. But when you see the difference between how Misrata dealt with these dead soldiers and how Gaddafi dealt with our, fighters, you can see the difference. Can you imagine in Homs, they put them in a containers, temperature outside was around, it's a real summer. The real summer in Libya is very hot, okay? Which is in July, okay? The temperature can reach to 45, 48 sometimes. So they put them in a container and they close it.
Alive?
Yeah, yes.
Just
And they were 19.
They were drinking their urine.
They were drinking from their, because there is no way out. So,
where was this?
in here in Homs.
This was in Homs?
Yes, and we have two people escaped the death of this
And
container.
they told the stories.
One of them
The
was
story.
here, Mohammed Tarhouni.
And when was this again?
He was this was broadcast on the BBC 2 nights ago.
Oh, yeah?
The BBC was here,
Yeah.
and they went to see these containers.
Ah.
And you can arrange with Osama to take you there, so it's fine.
Maybe, yeah.
يعني كان بيشوف الحاويات هذول اللي ماتوا فيهم الشباب.
هي دي في صورة للناس الصيفة.
Yeah, there's
a picture of these containers here.
Oh, that's what that was. Okay,
Yes.
okay. I thought it was where people were tortured or beaten.
I have my brother, my younger brother. He's a banker. He works in a bank. He was captured on the 17th of August, and then he was jailed. He was jailed in a food factory, actually. In the night that the troops, the fighters, the rebels were coming from Misrata, they were advancing towards Homs. You know what they did, those Gaddafi troops?
What?
They start shooting everybody. So my brother he got three bullets in here and one bullet in here. So his two legs are broken. He had 4 operations in Misrata, and now maybe next week I'm taking him outside to Tunisia for further assessment, because this part is really damaged. His knee is really damaged.
Sorry.
So you can see, and they left him bleeding from 12 o'clock. They shot them at 12 o'clock at night. Okay, they left him bleeding until 9 o'clock in the morning. So I mean, can you imagine if the bullets were somewhere else? He will bleed until he dies. Yes. So this he used to give drugs to his troops, Gaddafi. This is this thing that you have to know, drugs.
I've heard this.
Yes, and marijuana.
Yes, because I've heard that sometimes Gaddafi soldiers, they were captured and they were crazy, and then they put them in a prison cell, and after a day, 2 days, they're normal.
Can you imagine a person taking
give
heroin?
most of Viagra.
Okay?
Yeah, what kind of drugs? It was heroin, you think?
Heroin.
Heroin.
Yes.
Viagra,
Heroin and Viagra to abuse girls. You see, I have seen people. I remember I have a friend of mine used to study in Ohio University, I think, in Columbus, Ohio. One of his classmates, he used to be adopted to drugs. So he jumped from 11th floor because of heroin. Because heroin gives you the bravery and gives you the stamina and makes you feel that you are the strongest man. So that's the reason behind Gaddafi's troops' atrocity and during the war. في نوعية من الهيروين لما تاخدها تشعر بأنك روحك كنت أقوى إنسان، وفي نوعية من الهيروين تشعر بروحك أنك أنت زي الزرزورك. واحد أخدها في القسم الداخلي يقرأ مع واحد صديق في أمريكا، كسلته من فوق من الدور ال11، يحسب روحه فعلا زرزير. نوعيات الهيروين.
Are there any? What are the clinics like in Homs? The clinics, hospitals. How many are there?
We have one main hospital and we have a polyclinic, small polyclinic.
Did any of the doctors leave during the revolution?
No, not
They-
really.
they stayed.
No, they were but
What about before the revolution? Many doctors they
But-
get educated and then they leave, go to
oh yes,
Europe.
oh yes. We have about 2,000 in UK. We have about similar number in
The
Canada.
problem is the lack of
Because-
the
because
lack
the
of
salary can-
equipment,
Yeah.
and also the
And salary too, you know. Can
Even
you
we have,
can you
uh,
imagine a doctor who has a PhD, okay, a MD, medical doctor, graduated from America or from Britain. He works in a hospital with $300. Can you accept that?
No.
So that's why many professional people left. I know one of the Libyan doctor. His name is Ibrahim Al-Nayhoum from Benghazi. He's a neuro surgeon. I mean, جراح أعصاب دكتور إبراهيم النيهوم كان في نفس المدينة اللي فيها هناك.
مرتبه ما يتزوج.
He's from Benghazi and he went to Benghazi to work. He likes his country, but
In this
his
city-
salary was something like $300.
in this city we don't
And
have.
in America, he used to take $55,000 per year.
This is small for a neurosurgeon in America.
Yeah, this was. I'm talking about the beginning of 80s. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have.
By
the
the
figures,
way,
but-
this city has no.
but I'm sure now over $1 million.
This city has no professional as a neurologist or a neurosurgeon.
We have a lack of these.
Nothing.
uh,
My,
So
my
that's why I'm
father.
asking. Everybody goes to Tunisia.
Yeah, my father died because we took him to the hospital and they said we don't have
We don't have anything.
neurosurgery.
If you,
suggest and,
I'll give you example. If
they
you
just kept give him the medicine and then
Painkillers?
we took him to Tripoli and they tried to find a hospital to host him, but there's no way they don't accept him because only maybe 3 hospitals or 2 who has the few professionals.
since 19
So we went to private clinic and it was a shit. They took about 80,000
And they-
Libyan
and
dinar
then he
and
died.
then he died.
since
we-
1990 after
crazy.
the borders opened between Libya and Tunisia and after Libyans were allowed to
negligence.
travel. Before 1990 you cannot travel. Huh? You have
Yeah,
to
this
go-
was my next question.
Yes, you have to go through security, blah blah blah, and then eventually you end up not traveling. After 1990, after he cleaned his image a little in the world, we start to travel. From 1990 up to yesterday, today, Libyans still go to Tunisia for medication.
Some equipment.
Some minor operation, you have to do it in Tunisia. So where is our
The
money?
equipment in the hospitals now is since 70s.
70s. If you
Can
can
you
say
imagine
so.
that? And
It's the leftover
and
of the king.
they keep repairing. The
Yeah.
maybe a lot of them are out of order. And some years ago, maybe there's no medicine for the some kind of sickness, and especially the severe diseases. If you need medicine for pressure, for
Nothing. There is nothing.
for hypertension and nothing. You ask you will call some relatives and see who is in Tunisia to bring the medicine for you.
If you go to the hospital and
Or you go to Tripoli and
you
buy
shout, if
the
you
medicine
shout,
at a very very high
High price.
price.
you will end up in the prison. If you go to a hospital and you don't find a surface, medicine or any surface in the hospital, if you open your mouth,
Yeah.
they will collect you because they are there too.
Okay, why do you think so many people fought very hard to protect Gaddafi? I've asked this question a few times, and I have different answers. Why do you think there were so many people that did support Gaddafi? Because there's nothing more clear in my mind that he was
For
a
different
very
reasons.
crazy
For
bad
different
guy.
reasons.
Look, we are a small country,
Yeah.
and we are only around 4 to 6 million.
6.5 million now.
For-
Okay,
There are different
let's say
reasons.
7, okay?
Some
And
are brainwashed.
the major part of the population in Libya is between 30 and 45. This small, not small, this percentage of the population born in Gaddafi's era. So they don't know, they have not been traveling. They don't know what's the real world and what is the real life. Okay, So that's why there was some support for Gaddafi internally.
You know, he has been psychologically preparing people to be loyal to him. As I told you, Al-Fatah is a belief, Al-Fatah is a religion, and then Al-Fatah is the great, Al-Fatah is the great, Muhammad the great, and you know they call him the young children, they call him Baba Muhammad.
Some people consider
Baba
him as a
Muhammad,
god.
you know.
What does this mean?
Our father, like
Daddy Muhammad, Daddy
yeah,
Muhammad.
Daddy Muhammad.
يعتقدون ان حتى في العرب يعتقدون ان فيه الاستعمار حاجه زي كذا.
Yeah,
And some people
propaganda.
believed his story.
Yeah,
Believed his
the
story that
propaganda that is
the Western
crusade,
blah, blah, blah,
it's a
blah,
crusade war, and they are invading the country, and they're looking for the.
But when you speak with the
and there's
educated
Al-Qaeda,
people, they will give you the
and
real story.
there is Al-Qaeda, you know, which is
Do you think many that were also scared that
Yes.
a lot. They're
scared
not,
of losing power and scared that if they
Yes.
did not support Gaddafi,
Yes.
they'd say that whom they.
yeah. But I mean, many
Most
people,
of the
people
people-
supported him
Yeah.
because they were scared.
Oh yes, scared.
You know, like yeah.
No, if they are in the
They were terrifying,
at the
terrifying,
front, at the front, they are scared, you know, because they
If you come back, you will be killed.
they
Simple as
assassinate.
that.
But what
Everyone who
about
doesn't
people who
fight.
had power with Gaddafi?
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about soldiers. I'm talking
They're
about
they're
The
afraid to
second draw,
because he,
third draw.
yeah. Even those who had power, they assassinate them because they're afraid that they get assassinated because they see
yeah.
our colleagues get assassinated.
Everyone in the first circle, second circle, third circle within the Gaddafi regime.
Because
Okay.
he has
Gaddafi has
has a network.
raped his wife, his daughters. So you have three circles. Three circles after Gaddafi, those are all raped. So you can't not, and you cannot leave him. When he rapes your wife and he rapes your daughter, you cannot leave him. You will be always, you know, in
If I
submission.
get a translation of that video, we'll understand the secret life of Gaddafi and how he was doing this
Bab al-Azia was a nightclub.
bad things.
It was a nightclub. It was not a leadership compound as
Yeah,
as some
during the
people
war,
think.
he brought the alcohols there and they're drinking
Inside,
all
yes.
the-
And we don't call it Bab al-Azia. We call it Bar al-Azizi. Bar.
Bar. What is this?
Bar. It's an English bar.
Bar?
Oh yeah, bar. Yeah.
Ah.
B-A-R.
Nightclub.
When you,
Oh, bar, that kind of
Nightclub.
bar. Okay.
Yeah, bar.
Okay.
Yeah. A tavern. A tavern.
Nightclub. Al-Bab al-Azia nightclub.
Or a tavern.
What about in Misrata? They're holding many.
It was
Sorry, there's many things to ask.
Yeah.
In Misrata, they're holding many parties for the children every night because the children they've seen so
yeah,
much.
psychologically,
You have to
yeah.
change their mind.
Yeah.
Because, 6 months bombing.
Yeah.
So they have to rehabilitate their, souls and.
What's your
It's
question?
very important.
I was just about
Atfal.
Combs.
Yeah.
What is being done in Combs?
No, Homs actually look.
It's not
Homs,
because
Homs, it was not bombed so much. There are targets were bombed.
Yeah.
The military base here, we have a military base. It was heavily bombed. We have tomorrow when you go to Libs Magna, you can see the military compound is bombed too, and military targets
the children
were on
did not-
Homs.
we are not facing what the children, Misrata children have faced, because some of them got injured, and some of them saw what's going on, so seeing the explosions and seeing their fathers, their
It was not like
fathers
Misrata.
and brothers, die. But what we didn't have such things here.
But we have a lot of kidnapped people. We have a lot of missing people still searching for them from the city. Today they found 2 in Garian, south of Tripoli, 80 kilometers.
Look at him.
2 young men from the city. They found them there.
Why do you think they were there?
Well,
What is in Garian?
Garian is the first city in the western mountains. Yes.
Did you hear that they found some porn videos on the hard disks of of the computers in Saudi.
Well, I did know that they.
Gaddafi,
I know they found a Playboy and. Yeah.
Crazy.
So this family is a sick family, we call it, okay?
Yes.
Sick family, yeah. And
What about the video that came out yesterday with his granddaughter? And she's like, do you like me? She's like, no. Did you see this?
Did you watch the video with of Hannibal and his family?
Yes. Somebody showed me this.
Did you watch carefully what was the dog doing?
Yes.
Yeah. Crazy, baby. It seems they were doing this, with his wife. The dog comes back from his wife and then shit.
Yeah. I've had a lot of trouble doing research.
Okay, I will give you this very nice analysis.